Welcome to Collecting with Carlin. Today's guest, San Diego Padres legend, Randy Jones. We've been opening up some fan mail today. You get a lot still.
I do.
Not easy to sign everything.
No,
right?
I think I might have I waited too long this time. Usually I might wait 4 or 5 months, but this could be 6, 7 months, and there's a lot.
Yeah, so lots of different cards and such coming through. Here's one of my favorites. Can I show this?
Yeah.
So sometimes Randy's got dogs, and sometimes they'll help him with the mail. Well, look at that.
Yeah.
That's a unique one of one piece.
Nice big hole in
In the least.
well.
I wanted to show you, we've seen some cool stuff, cards and tickets, but I want to show you, have you ever seen these? This was a salesman copy, I guess,
Really?
that Topps did back in the day.
I remember the card.
Yeah.
But
Have you
Yeah.
ever gotten any of those in?
yeah, I've gotten quite a few of those.
Yeah. Now, here's something that I don't think you've seen for a long time. This is a contract from Topps for you.
I can't believe you found this. That is
to
incredible.
sign autographs for them.
Yeah,
Or actually, this is just to be featured on their cards.
yeah. And this was 1976.
So you would get a bonus payment of $75
Yay.
if you were on the team when they were doing their cards.
That's the way it works, yeah. You know, Cy Berger would be around and you get these all signed by every player.
Wait, Cy would actually do this?
Yes, in person.
Oh my gosh, he was like a real hobby legend.
Yes, and he, every year in the 70s, he would come to spring training or he'd see you in New York, or it might be, but he'd get you to sign that agreement.
Wow, super cool.
I can't believe you found that.
Yeah, no, this is one of my favorite Randy Jones collectibles.
That's awesome.
Well, we've had quite a few people ask questions, but obviously you can't answer every one, so let's just go through some of these, shall we?
Sure, why not?
Which is the toughest hitter you've ever faced?
Oh, gosh. Well, if you exclude Willie Mays and Hank Aaron, those are pretty tough guys. But,
Yeah.
Over my 10-year career, probably my toughest out was Steve Garvey with the Dodgers.
Yeah?
Something I could read my mind. I don't know how he did it, but, I had trouble with Steve. So, I played a little game with him. If there's guys in scoring position, it was my turn to get him out.
Yeah.
But if there's nobody on, I didn't care. Get him base hit. I had to do it somehow. That's why.
Now, did you guys dislike the Dodgers as much as the Padres disliked the Dodgers?
Yeah, the rivalry was strong and
Yeah?
doing well in the 70s.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's a question I'm really interested to get your thoughts on. What's your thoughts on the pitch clock?
Well, it's too slow. I was faster than that pitch.
Yeah.
No doubt. But, I think it's helped the game. It's picked the game up a little bit, which I like. Those 4-hour games are a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I'd be taking naps during
Now,
them.
when you're selling barbecue at the ballpark,
They're great, yeah.
4-hour games.
5-hour
okay.
games, can do it all day. All right, out of all the players you coached, who are you most proud of?
That would be Barry Zito.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You had a good relationship with Barry.
Real good. I gave him private lessons here in the backyard, and that mound right up there.
Are you serious?
Yes. And for 2 years, I gave him lessons as a kid, and he went on to win the Cy Young, and I knew his family really well, and a good left-handed kid.
Yeah. So sometimes it's kind of funny. You get all these. Some are typed, but like the writing on this is like a font 1. So I'm gonna do my best. Who were your favorite players when you were a kid growing up?
Oh, I grew up in Orange County, right here
Yeah.
in Southern California. So, like the Dodgers, it was Koufax, Don Drysdale. Loved Tommy Davis.
Yeah.
I'm just a big fan of them. And, Albie Pearson with the Angels. Mostly, local
Yeah.
teams. But, really Drysdale and Koufax, I followed, and even Claude Osteen, and became friends with all 3 of them.
That's so cool.
That's what's great about it. And I remember in '75, I went to my first All-Star game. And the first morning I was there, I went down to have breakfast by myself. My family wasn't there yet, nobody. And I walked up, and there sat Yogi Berra, Sandy Koufax, and Don Drysdale
Holy
having
crap.
breakfast. And I knew Yogi a little bit, and he waved me over to sit down. And that's the first time I'd really met Sandy Koufax and Don Drysdale.
Were you nervous?
Oh yeah, I was a 25-year-old kid, man.
Yeah.
I was nervous, but they were great guys, and we just had a blast sitting there laughing and talking baseball, and became really good friends with all of them. It was
Oh,
great,
that's awesome.
awesome.
How are you?
Fun.
This was.
You get them all, man, when you get this
Yeah.
much fan mail.
Yeah, there's one. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you.
All right. How did you deal with it when people doubted you?
Well, I think that didn't bother me. Number one, you got to remember in '74 I was hitting 22.
Yeah.
I lost 22 games that year, and we lost 104. So actually, I won about a fifth of my loss. I don't know, but overall, through that and all the negative and losing your confidence, and then fighting back and build your confidence back up, it didn't happen very often.
Yeah.
And baseball's a game of failure. The only way you get really good is to play the game and fail. That's how you get good. And you just got to keep that, in a reflection that, hey, if you want to be a good ball player, you're going to fail quite a bit.
Yeah. What was your favorite subject in school?
History probably.
Yeah?
Loved history. I'm still a fan of that. And, I still like reading, historical things.
Yeah.
I haven't changed much from that.
Yeah. Which was your favorite home field to pitch? San Diego Stadium or Shea Stadium?
Oh, San Diego Stadium.
Yeah.
Shea was a little bit tougher with all the jets, and didn't fit my eye as well as San Diego Stadium did. It. I was very comfortable in San Diego.
Well, Megan asks, do you have a favorite stadium you played at?
I don't know about a favorite one. I mean, I love the Astrodome.
Yeah?
I love pitching in the Astrodome. I always loved Dodger Stadium. And like I say, when you get on the mound, everything fits your eye. Everything's where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And Dodger Stadium was one of those. But so was Cincinnati and Philadelphia in those ballparks. That's very
You
comfortable.
liked the vet?
Yeah, I love the vet.
Huh. Right.
I like shutting the Phillies out. It was fun. It was great.
All right. This one says you had an
Okay.
incredible 1976 season. How did that all come together for you?
Well, I just think it was, and the confidence started in '75, having won in 20, won the ERA title. Came in second in the Cy Young voting to Tom Seaver. So I went into '76 with a lot of confidence, and I had kind of pretty much made up my mind I wanted to win the Cy Young Award.
Yeah.
And I went out with that, and I beat Atlanta my first start of the year, and we were off to the races.
Yeah. What was it like pitching in New York?
It wasn't bad. I mean, what the fans, I love the fans. They're real fans.
Yeah.
And they get emotional, and I think it's cool.
Yeah.
And when you suck, they told you suck. And
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that
Yeah,
either. All I can do is sure go, I agree with you. Yeah, I did suck, And that's just the way it works.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Did you have any pregame superstitions or routines?
Yeah, we all do. I mean, I certain thing. To this day, I don't think I've ever touched the chalk line.
Oh, yeah?
I'd step over that thing every time. I might have fell over and dropped dead if I'd have hit the chalk line. I don't know. But I kind of did the same routine every time. Do BP, crossword puzzle, spend a little time by myself. In mentally preparing for the game. But
Well, you mentioned hitting. Like, you always said, what's your line? You had warning track power?
yeah, I had that warning track power. Never hit a home run. But we had the big 17-foot wall
Yeah.
at the Murph then. And I hit about, 8 or 9 doubles off the wall. And then later on, after I retired, of course, they lowered the wall. But
Of course.
Of course. But, it's like Willie McCovey told me one day. I was doing my butt, took a couple of swings, and Willie McCovey walked around the batting cage and walked up to me and said, Jonesy, you're paid to pitch. Go sit down. We'll do the hit. And I said, okay, Mac. And I went and sat down. I didn't worry about it again. Now, there you go.
Oh, man. Tony says, my daughter wants to know who your favorite teammate was.
Well, my favorite teammate was probably Freddie Kendall, my catcher. You know, in the 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, Freddie was my catcher. And we had a great rapport, a lot of fun together. And we spent a lot of hours.
Yeah,
even
that relationship with the catchers.
Oh, man, it was wonderful. And we spent a lot of time in the off season riding horses and getting together. And, yeah, a special friend, still is.
That's awesome. Stay healthy.
Yeah, it's always a good one.
Thanks.
I get that a lot. I get that one a lot.
What player do you admire the most in your major league career?
That's a heavy question. And if I had to pick one that I admire the most in principles, I would go with Sandy Koufax.
Yeah.
With his career, Hall of Fame career, but a short career with the bad arm and everything that he did. But even after the ambassador he's been in representing baseball and the Dodgers, but he was just the same. Every time I saw him, it was the same guy.
Yeah.
You know, and I just thought he was just wonderful.
Yeah. What's the one thing you wish you got to do during your playing career?
I wish I could have pitched one playoff game or like a World Series game. I never got that opportunity, and I've said it many times. I'll trade my Cy Young just for that chance to, pitch in the World Series game or a postgame. You see what you're made of. I never got that.
What
chance.
about a home run? Would you rather have a home run or a postseason start?
No, I'd rather have a postseason start, by far. I mean, I just know how the nerves and the adrenaline. I regret not having that opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 All-Star games, I got to start one. That's as close as I kind of got to playoffs or, that atmosphere. And, great story. Pete Rose is my starting third baseman. We're in Philadelphia, 76. And started the game, you can't hear anything. There's 60,000 people in Veterans Stadium screaming at us. They throw the ball around, he flipped through the ball, and he goes, "Hey, all these fans make you nervous?" I went, "No." Then he turned around and goes, "Well, how about the 100 million watching us on TV right now?" And I felt my butt pucker up. But I'll never forget that. And I just go to third base, get out of here.
Yeah.
But that's my one regret. I'd love to have that atmosphere in that playoff game. Oh, that I missed it. I wish I could have done that.
Well, I know you've been to some of the Padres playoff games
yeah.
recently. How's that environment been? And do
Magic.
you feel like you're part of it still?
I still feel a little bit part of it, but I just know what those pitchers are feeling when they go out there. And I'm envious. I'd love to have that feeling once.
Yeah.
I don't care if I'd have got my butt kicked, but I'd have liked to found out what, and what I was made of, and that'd have been part of it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, this segment is called Collecting with Carlin. And this is a product, I don't think you're going to like this one bit, but I thought it would be very fun to get your opinions on it. It's called Topps Chrome Cosmic.
Wow.
Let's see what you think of this. Now you'll see they're very sparkly.
Yeah, kind of cool.
All right, this is a player that's getting a lot of love these days, Ellie De La Cruz. You watch him at all?
Yes.
What do you think?
Good player. Very good player.
You think he's going to be good?
Yeah. There's a lot of you good young kids out there that I think, Also, I got to put my glasses on.
There we go.
To read them. You say for Goober.
Stop.
He took my money!
Stop it. So this is a cool one. Speaking of Dodgers, it's launched into orbit, Mookie Betts. But
Wow.
this is called die cutting, where it's not your standard card size.
These are relatively recent on the market?
Yeah. This
I mean-
is a 2024 product.
Oh, it is? Wow.
But it's interesting. These days, there's not just one baseball card release. There's
Yeah,
dozens.
Well, that's even like mine. I mean, like I said, I had 36 different cards.
Yeah.
I only pitched for 10 years, and how do you get 36 cards?
Now, did you have any with a UFO on it, like this Juan Soto card?
No.
This is an extraterrestrial talent.
That's the perfect fit. Juan Soto is extraterrestrial. I like this one because it just says Jones. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
that works for me.
Oh,
Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani?
Yeah.
See, I didn't think you'd like this because it's all like
Well, I mean, you got to.
so oddball.
2024.
Yeah.
You got to come up with something different, variety. You can't. Just Tops can't just.
Here's
stay
Aaron
with
Judge going into the cosmos.
I love it. Here's Trout. Yeah, they're cool. I don't think they'll take the place of the old traditional card deal.
No, I think they'll always be that. That
Right.
Topps flagship brand is so important.
You know, I really miss the old Tops bubblegum.
Yep.
That stuff was like 15 years old when we chewed it, you know.
Well, I got two guys I think you're gonna like. Here's a Star Command of Dennis Eckersley,
Nice. That's cool.
and then this is a really nice one. Number to 15, Nolan Ryan.
Wow. Now, and also what I do like in this series is they just don't limit it to active players today.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everyone.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right, let's open one more pack each.
One-
Got one
Wow.
right there.
Now, Chris, do you think these would ever become to have the value that some of the regular baseball cards have
Yeah.
in the marketplace?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a more limited release. It's a little more premium, but there's a lot of fun bells and whistles in this product for sure.
Mazzaro, Story.
Anything exciting that one? Now, Randy, one thing that's near and dear to your heart. Obviously, your fans are near and dear to you. Your family, the Padres. But let's talk about the Randy Jones Foundation for a second.
Well, it started a golf tournament. You know, the Randy Jones Invitational. It's kind of unique. There's about 1,000 golfers in my tournaments.
Yeah.
It's a 2-week series of events, all for charity. Every charity usually has a golf tournament. And so I take the winners of all these charity events and invite them to mine to play for free. And then they play for money and cash prizes. And the winner goes up to Pebble Beach for a weekend on a private jet, plays golf on me, stays there, and all that. But once I started doing that and all that money, we were giving back to charities, and I got to thinking, a lot of military families need a lot of help, especially here in San Diego. So I started the Randy Jones Foundation with the idea of, military kids that can't really afford to play travel ball baseball. Yep. They can't afford to go to camps or get better at their sport. They just can't afford it. So I started handing out scholarships to high school kids that are military based and give them $5,000 every year to help them advance their scholastic, but also their sport career.
Yeah.
And hopefully through that they can get a little bit better, and hey, they might get a scholarship to college or whatever it might be. But I just know giving back to those military families how much it's meant to them, and and I make sure they get good grades, they're good people. But overall, I think we've really made a difference in the last dozen years with a lot of these kids and a lot of these military families. And I want to continue to do that and give back to them. And I'm proud to say that we've done a good job the last 12 years. We'd like to grow a little bit more, and we're trying to raise a little bit more money. But overall, I have never taken a penny out of that foundation, and I give it all my time, and I'm just giving back to my community that was so special to me during my career. And I'm just honored that I have the opportunity that I can do it.
So if someone wants to find out more about the foundation or donate themselves, how do they do that?
RandyJonesFoundation.com. You can Google it and get online and all the information about what we do and the golf
You
tournaments.
guys are active on Facebook and Twitter as well, I think?
Yes, they are. Yeah. We're big in
Instagram.
social media, Instagram, and all that. Of course, I don't do it. I have people that do that for me, which I appreciate.
Well, every once in a while you'll get on Twitter and give me a jab or something like that.
And occasionally I get in there and start reading and see what you guys are up to, and But for the most part, I try to keep a little silent. I think that'd be the smartest move for the left-hander.
All right. So last question. You're going to be autographing a few more items. Obviously, your autograph is iconic. It's classic. You take a lot of time with it. Why do you take so much time with your autograph when so many athletes today will just scribble a couple
You know,
lines?
what's funny is on the mid 70s, when I started my career, I was on a flight and I was with Arnold Palmer.
Yeah.
And I'm a big golfer. I always loved to play golf. So, you know, and talking to Arnold, and you know, and he was signing some stuff, and I said, man, he says, you got he has a great autograph.
Yeah, he does.
But he said, you know what, I take a lot of pride in doing my autograph. If somebody wants it, I don't want it to look like a doctor. I want them to know that it's Arnold Palmer, and that's why I take a little more time, and I do my autograph correctly. And I never forgot that.
Yeah.
You know, and I was, you know, I thought, wow. So, you know, through the years, and mine has changed a little bit, but I always made sure that you could read it. You knew it was Randy Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten autographs so many times over the last 50 years from people. I look down and I go, really?
Yeah.
That's an autograph?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you have no idea who it is. I said, put your number on there.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
If you don't put the number on there, I'd
You
have
have
no
no
idea
idea.
who in the hell it is.
Yeah.
You know, like Kevin Kuzanov, it was like 3 little lines or something in a sideline. I went, what is that? You know, I couldn't believe it. But so I've always been aware of that and try to do that.
Well, thank you for doing that.
No.
It means the world to people who send in their cards to you and get a
You know.
great signature back.
You know, the best advice though, I think, Chris, I ever got was John McNamara was one of my managers in 75 and 76 and 77. And John's one day, he just looked at me and goes, you know, Randy, you're not going to be 100% every day that you come to the ballpark. But he said, what you can do, you give me 100% of whatever you have that day. You know, and I've never forgotten that.
Yeah.
And it makes so much sense. Every day is not perfect. You don't feel 100%. But you know, when the bell rings, you got something to do. You can give you 100% of whatever you have that day.
Yeah.
And I always remembered that, and even in life, it's what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know, and it was really a special meeting. I've taken that to heart for
Yeah.
a lot of years.
That's awesome. Appreciate it,
Chris,
big guy.
always
Great
good to
seeing
see you, man.
Yeah, love
Great
it.
times.
Thanks so much.
You bet.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
This is Randy Jones in downtown San Diego for Light Beer from Miller. And I'm telling you, these Padres fans are really fired up. Hey, anything you fans want to tell those folks down in Detroit?
Light tastes great! Light tastes great!
Let's take it down to Norm Cash in Detroit.
Hey, Randy, TD Tiger fan, they might have something to say about that.
Light smash Philly! Light smash Philly! Tastes great! That's Philly! Tastes great! That's Philly! Tastes great!
And talking to Arnold Palmer, and my phone just went off.
You want me to get that? Tom
Okay.
Seidler?